Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figured why not, I talked about Battlestar the movie, the TV version, why not this one, Battlestar 1980. What do I think of it? Compared to the remake, which I think is a piece of shit or reboot, this isn't really bad, it's not bad at all. Compared to what people thought of it, I don't think this is that bad. Now I do know they was going to do one, what was a follow-on called Battlestar 1980, but because it wasn't as big in ratings as Battlestar to that stuff in 1979, sad to say, it didn't rub off. And as you can see, they've got two discs, disc 1 and disc 2. Sad to say there's no bolder features, but I didn't mind it. If you remember the little boy that has that little robotic teddy bear and so on, this is basically him growing up 30 odd, basically a growing man, so it's more into the future. And when you think about it, the only original member is the one we all know from Bonanza. They make him look a lot older, they give him the most racist, fake looking beard going. And it's based where they go into the past to save something that could happen in the past, which is funny enough, it's in the same day, being 1980. I love the bit where you got Soul's bit of that there, you got the Scions, what could be, the destroying New York. I kind of like that look. And a few episodes I like, some of them now would, even though I don't like the word, cheesy, but some I do like. So I like that one, the first one. I like the fact they've got flying motorbikes, so it's supposed to be that lad, it's now growing up, it's with another guy, and they go into that era. And like I say, there's a good bit with on flying motorbikes. I thought some of the effects now are a bit thingy, but I actually like it, you know, it has that old school sort of effects. And you get one villain in it, been down a lot of films, no, he's sadly no longer with us. You do remember later gets changed by another actor. And if you're wondering where this actor's been in, think of New Sherlock Holmes. The same actor that played New Sherlock Holmes appeared as a villain in this. So I like that one. The other one I liked is an Halloween special where you've got a Scion and he goes in, it's a Halloween party. I actually do like that one. It was also one of the stories. You do get one actor who plays a biker in this. If you think you've seen him before, funny enough, he played in another sci-fi series. And if you want to know what that is, think of Fee, the final battle. If you remember the character called Ham, the one that played his mate, that's him. And I do like them ones. One story I wasn't keen on was nearly at the end where you got these kids and it goes find Mankel Fenley and save the ozone layer and all that. I thought that was a bit naff, but that's just my opinion. Another one I wasn't keen on was the very, very last episode with Starbuck, where they bring back the actor of Starbuck. I didn't really like what they did to Starbuck, where he's standing on an alien planet and he finds a Scion and he befriends it because he's only on this planet. They find a baby and he raises the baby. The Scion gets killed because the other Scions turn on him when they come down to the planet, and he ends up stranded on this alien planet, which kind of reminds me of a film. If you wonder what film I'm on about, think of Enemy Mine with Jeff and Chase. Think of Enemy Mine. It kind of reminds me of that. It's just how I felt. But I didn't really like what they did to Starbuck. He's standing on an alien planet. I felt that was a bit of a shitty thing to do with a character who I liked. That being Starbuck. But the rest of the film, I didn't really mind it. It was more of a follow-on to the original series. They did a few episodes. Like I say, you get disc 1, you get disc 2. And to be honest, compared to the shitty remake, which I thought was a piece of shit, just my opinion, I should have watched this any day. I should have watched the movie one, the theatrical movie, the Terrifies film, the TV series, the Tacit being Battlestar to that, and this any day of the week. And practical effects, something you don't see anymore. You got characters you love. I like the fact you got the character we all know, sadly no longer with us, being a character from Bonanza, telling the story. Some, like I say, I feel it's a bit cheesy now, but you know, it's that era, it's that time when you had classics like Knight Rider, you had classics like the 18, you had classics like the Equalizer, which I'm still referring. So it was that era, but that's an era I love. I mean, I love the fact you got that, practical spaceships. Now, my only issue is whatever happened to Apollo. It never actually told you what happened to Apollo. It never told you what happened to Apollo's sister. Never told you that. Did they live? Did they die? Did they find another planet? What happened? What happened? But it does tell you what happens to Starbuck. I just feel that, my eyes, I just feel it was a shitty thing what they did to Starbuck. It's just how I see it. I just feel it was a shitty thing they did in the very last series, without talking to death. I feel it was pretty shitty what they did to Starbuck in the last series. But I still like some of the stories. I like the first story. I mean, there's some good songs in it. There's one bit where I do remember the diving off. You remember the song? I don't care what they're doing, it's my life. Do, 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 do. I don't care what... I'm not going to do the rest, I'll ruin the song. But remember that song? They do actually play that in one scene in the first episode, which I do actually like. I'm not going to keep showing the disc, but like I say, you've got 2 discs. It's a classic, and they don't make songs like this anymore. They don't. But sad to say, like I say, it didn't rub off, so they only ever did this as a foil on to Battlestar, without talking. They did a foil one to this from Battlestar, and I think it's a good foil one. Is it as good as the original one being Battlestar Teraptor? No, because I do like some of the characters, but I do like the fact it's a foil one. You get 2 new actors in it. It's their story. They're going what's supposed to be the past. We all know it's that era, being 1980. And I like the fact it's also a story. They're trying to stop something what's going to happen. It could happen. It could ruin the past. It could ruin the future. And like I said, there's a few good episodes and a few not aged well. But a few I do like I like the Halloween special, like we went back with the Scion. And you got this guy what's holding a what thing, can't have to save his life, but a different time. The ones with the kids, I could take it or leave it, the ozone layer and trying to save the ozone and all this, I felt was too particularly in your face. The motorbikes where they're finding the air, I felt was pretty cool. Yeah, some of the effects now were a bit, but again, we went back, has a time to it. So, what can I say? I won't give it points because it's a TV show, but it's a good one compared to the remake, which I fucking hate, the reboot, which I'll probably get to one day around the road. I sooner watch this any day because I love the design of the Scions, how they looked back in that golden era of 79 and this era. I was always a sucker of how they look, the Scions, the actors in the suits and so on. But yeah, it's not a bad one. It's not as good as the original Soul, being Battlestar Teraptor, but it's not a bad one. So there you go. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later.